Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, I think obviously the result, 3-0, a really good, convincing sort of performance from us. However, I do believe that the first 30, 40 minutes up to close to halftime, it was a very tight game. I thought both teams came out to really play. A lot of chances were created, so I trust and believe that was good for the fans and everybody to have seen both teams looking to play, looking to create chances. So I felt it was very competitive. Obviously, we had one or two balls across the box which were close. They've had a really big chance, which was hit Sage in the face. Otherwise we 1-0 down. So I think getting the goal just before halftime was. I thought it obviously changed the game. I think it deflated them a bit, gave us a bit of a lift going into the change room. And then second half, I think obviously, we did believe that then pressing intensity would maybe fall off. A lot more spaces would be created, especially when they were down 1-0. They would have to come out, and we just needed to defend well. And I believe that we'd have enough chances that would be given to us thereafter. And then when obviously Fawaz scores the goal from the halfway line, then it just put us firmly in the front seat. And I thought then thereafter we dominated the game. Looked real quality, good sort of class out there. To see a team finish with, I think if you take Sage, Sanele, and maybe Tabo out of it, everybody below the age of 24. Good energy, good quality, good technicians on the field of play. I thought we saw out the game really well and didn't give them too many opportunities in the last 15, 20. So to put in a mature performance like that, and to see out the game and keep a clean sheet, I think is credit to the team. I think it shows that they are growing in their mentality. And yeah, obviously we could have got a fourth with a penalty. So a convincing performance overall, although it was a tight first half.
Coach, questions?
Coach, obviously Fawaz made lots of headlines over the past couple of months, but he's also making them on the field. And I mean, how glad are you that he scored that goal after the window closed?
Yeah, no, obviously we've been under a lot of pressure with him and obviously Jaden. But we should not been in a position to lose more than what we had in terms of Dino and Ikram. Two big players leaving the club. So we done well to keep Fawaz and Jaden, and they showed the reason why we didn't want to not let them go. We believe that we can be as competitive as any team in the league. So it was important for us to hold on to them. But yeah, it's great. I think had it been before, it would have been even more tougher. But yeah, well done to a well taken goal. Darren is prone to sort of be high up the pitch. So when Iki played for us, he used to always try. Never got it right, but yeah, well done to Fawaz.
Is that the best goal at Stellenbosch? Individual goal, is it? You've had some nice build-up ones, but is that the best individual goal in all your time at Stellenbosch?
Yeah, I can't think of one being from that distance, Mark. No, I think it's the best in terms of that, obviously head up and executing. But I thought all three goals today, it was a bit difficult to know what happened with the first goal. It looked like it was straight at Darren, but maybe the ball moved a bit. And even the third goal, the back post cross from Ashley for Sanele was of real quality. So, when you score goals like this, sometimes you just, as opposition, got to put your hand up and say, City tried their best, but it was just three quality goals that we scored on the night, which I think was the big difference.
Coach, you obviously play City a lot in pre warm-ups and pre-season and all that, but yet you still have a dominance on the night in terms of derbies for a period of time. What's the key to actually just beating them for an elongated period of time?
Not to win friendlies. No, what happened was we beat them 5-0 in a friendly 2 seasons back and then didn't win a game. Or 3 seasons back, didn't win a game for 6 or 7. During preseason, they beat us 4-1. Looked really good. So, yeah. No, it's just, I think a derby is special for us. We believe, the derby, we want to create the derby feel. And, we up there in the winelands. And I think we're playing against an urban sort of, town against maybe seen differently out there. So I trust that we can build this into a real proper derby feel. I know it doesn't have the appeal as maybe others, but it is something that we've got to grow. And I thought the game and the quality displayed by both teams, the goals that were scored, I think we deserve a bit more credit for this derby. And maybe you guys as media must really push it in the future and just get it out there.
Coach, just in terms of the selection pause when you have Otaka on the bench, we have Jabbar who was unbelievable just a week not
Yes.
so long ago. Um, but with that, there's also the Andre De Jong factor. Um, like, what dimension does he give you? What makes him,
Mm.
just so unique to the complement of players of rather a midfield taking midfielders that you've got?
Yeah, I think I think we've done really well and fortunate to be in a position where we do have players like you mentioned. Besides Mojela, Brian and Yongo, Janino, Palace. So I think the depth of the team is growing, and it does help when currently we've pretty much minimum 46 matches for the season. That's without us going to knockout stages or not getting past the first round of either of the Carling or Nedbank. So it's important for us to have that ability to change players. Ashley played 90 today. Sanele played 90. They both showed their qualities. But Andre has been for me a very underrated footballer for many years. I think he's starting to really flourish in our team. I think the team has improved in terms of its technical ability, and he's a very sort of technical type of player. Wants the ball at his feet. So he's now added some goals to his game. But he's just really important for us in terms of linking play from defense into attack. He seems to always find spaces, has the calmness to keep the ball sort of, ticking over, not losing it. And he's a bit of a presence also from set pieces as well as, in open play. Aerially, he also gives us a lot. So I'm just happy for him. Unfortunately, he has lost his spot in the New Zealand squad. But I think if he continues to play like he is, it won't be long before he gets the recognition again.
Coach, looking at this derby you played at Lone Stadium, how much role did it, what did it play in your mind and also into the players not playing in front of their fans at Danny Craven and they had to come play here? And also, do you think this derby is giving much respect as it's supposed to get?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I think it deserves more respect. It's two real good quality teams that over the last couple of seasons have been finishing in the top 4 or 5 in the league. So I think it does deserve more respect. Unfortunately, with Donny Craven, it was we had Ronnie Schloss and Ace come out to inspect, and it wasn't given permission to go ahead. But it is recovered really well. I do believe that our next home game will be there. But in a sense, we've become immune to not playing there. So, we've played in Durban a number of games that should have been at home. We've traveled to Congo. We've now played Arrows at Athlone. We're playing. So I've just got to sort of the mentality of the players. Doesn't matter where we play. We're professional footballers. We've got to just concentrate and get the job done. But yeah, I must say we are looking forward to going back home. And this would have been really special had it been at Donny Craven and the result was the same for our fans. But I do believe there was quite a number that came out anyway. But yeah, we are wanting to go back to Donny Craven and just continue to make that our home.
Okay, we'll take the last round of questions. Quite a few. Okay, we'll start with Mark.
Steve, was Sage's booking pre-planned or worked out well for you?
Yeah, look, I think we've got big games ahead, a final to play. So sometimes instead of missing one game, he would have missed maybe two. We would have probably, had to protect him. So we're not unhappy. It does also create opportunity for others, and he's done a lot of hard work. And I think obviously Ture became a risk because he had been booked early in the game. And yeah, he's a key player for us. So we also just protected. He is quite a rash sort of individual. So yeah, when he walked off the pitch, I was like screaming just for him to hurry up a bit and not get a second yellow. So yeah, it worked out fine for us.
Coach, you mentioned you traveled to Africa for the first time on Sunday. Just how pleasing is it for you that
shows that you can back up that result in Africa and then come home and then get a big win.
Yeah, I think that's always been the question and the doubt that even I've had in my mind, and I don't think it's totally away, is just how do we cope? We left Friday afternoon, 12 o'clock. We returned Monday afternoon, 12 o'clock. It was quite an arduous journey. So, obviously a derby, I think you just get up for it more. I think, our mentality as a team is away to Polokwane Sunday at 5:30. Those are the matches we have to pitch up for and perform like we did tonight. And that's going to be key for us, is to manage the squad over the full season over all those matches and ensure that we're giving our best performances week in and week out.
But in a similar vein defeat the Golden Arrows, is that an aberration now? And the fact that you've got the derby.
Yeah, I think it obviously does help. If you don't get a result today, it already starts putting a little bit of, unwanted sort of pressure. So it was important for us to win this evening. And I've always maintained that you can't always look at results. Even today, emphatic result, but 3 well taken goals, and it could have been 1-0 down. So we can't just assume that because we won. There are areas that we can improve, and conversely, against Arrows, I thought we didn't deserve to lose the game. I thought we were dominant throughout the match, and then let in a softish type of goal and then a late penalty. So yeah, it's about performances, and better performances over a period of time just get you to where you. So we will have our setbacks, and it's just about how we respond that's going to be important.
Yes, coach. After you playing a good football tonight, what are you promising for the fans of the Winelands, fans of Western Cape, for the cup game we are facing with the Orlando Pirates next few weeks?
Yeah, I can only promise the team will play with their hearts on their sleeve and have the highest commitment and the highest desire to perform and to try and bring the trophy back to the Western Cape. I'm trusting and hoping we can somehow get fans there to be behind us. I know it's not easy, but yeah, I'll promise that we will give it all that we have, and we trust that that will get us over the line.
All right, that concludes this evening's press conference. Thank you all very much for your time.
We are cooking, coach.
Now we don't lose them. We'll keep it to ourselves.
Only as Mr.